Hello, my name is Dr. Robert Young. I'm with Betty on my right, and Fanny on my left, which is, I believe, I didn't ask her, but I believe Betty's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
and they're from the great country of France. What city are you from?
D'où on vient? It's complicated. Here we are in Arles, in the south of France.
Oh, in the south of France.
Yeah, yes. But I live in Paris, so.
Oh, so you're in the Alps.
In the what?
In the Alps?
No.
It's between Marseille and Montpellier. Marseille.
Okay.
In close to the sea.
Close to the sea, beautiful. That's a beautiful place to be, and the environment is very conducive for health and well-being, particularly if you get an opportunity to go to the sea and to swim in the sea can be very therapeutic.
Yes, but I can't swim.
She cannot swim because with the skin wounds, she cannot go in the sea. Yeah.
Well, we can talk about that, absolutely, because the skin is the third kidney, and yeah, so our body eliminates metabolic or dietary waste out through the skin, and this is what causes blemishes or lesions or other types of, eczema, psoriasis, acne is all caused by the body eliminating waste out through the pores of the skin. Okay, so you have 3,800 pores per square inch, and so those pores absorb and they also eliminate, and that waste is being eliminated, which many of us call in English sweat. That sweat or that perspiration is fluid from an organ called the interstitium, and that is the largest organ of the human body, the interstitium. The interstitium is an organ that is like the sea, except it's more like the ocean in relationship to the size of the water that we're talking about. So it's more like the Atlantic or the Pacific Ocean rather than the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, it's a larger body of water, but that body of water is called the interstitial fluid.
This is le liquide interstitiel. Tu sais comme il parlait dans le film.
Lymphatique en fait, non? No.
It's
not the lymphatic, no. It's not the same.
Anyway, yeah, the interstitial fluid surrounds all the cells of the human body, and you have over 70 trillion cells. So you have lots of cells, and they're swimming in water. Now, if that water is not healthy, if it's not clean, what's going to happen to the cells?
Cancer.
Yeah, they're not going to be healthy, are they? It's kind of like in the ocean. If the fish that's swimming in the sea or in the ocean, if the water is polluted, what happens to the fish?
They get sick.
Yeah. So if you were the doctor of your cells, if you were the doctor of fish, what would you do?
Clean the water.
Would you clean up the ocean? Would you clean up the water, or would you treat the fish?
C'est ça qu'il dit. Est-ce que tu traiterais les cellules ou tu clean le...
No, I would treat the water.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what we're talking about here today.
Okay.
Because your body is an ocean of water. It's contained within you. And that water becomes polluted from exhaust, kind of like a car. It emits exhaust. And that exhaust, if it's not emitted, such as if you put a sock in the exhaust pipe or a potato in the exhaust pipe of a car and you turn it on, it either won't start or it'll start and then chug a little bit and stop. So it's very important.
Exhaust is like
épuisé.
Non, en fait, c'est pas ça. Je crois que c'est comme le pot d'échappement. Enfin, je sais pas. What is exhaust? Sorry.
Well, an automobile has an exhaust pipe. So
okay, c'est le pot d'échappement.
Yes, okay.
So when it's running, it needs energy, so it consumes a source of energy, and in that consumption of energy, it produces a waste.
Yeah.
And if that waste is not eliminated, it makes the car sick.
Yeah.
And so the car then dies because it's not getting rid of its waste.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what happens to us. We're holding on too much of our waste.
Yes.
But we have this idea in medicine that we don't want to take personal responsibility for our waste. So we want to blame it on a virus or a bacteria or a yeast. So it's a contagious thing. So it's not our fault that we're sick. It's that virus. It's that bacteria, that yeast. Do you understand?
Yes, very well.
So human nature is very much, unfortunately, their own worst enemy, because we don't understand that when we're sick, this is something that we've done, not something that we get. So in your case, you're dealing with, I believe, a cancerous condition. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. Oui. Yeah.
Oui.
Yes. Yeah. So tell me what kind of cancer you've been diagnosed with.
First breast cancer, the left one. Then I had chemotherapy just because of suspicion. You understand?
Suspicion, they weren't sure, but just it was suspicious, so you had the treatment.
Yeah.
With chemotherapy.
Yes, a lot.
A lot. Was there a tumor involved? Was there a mass?
Est-ce qu'il y avait une masse?
Yes, there was a very big mass, very big, like 7 centimeters.
Okay.
Then they operated.
They did the surgery?
They did the surgery, but not first, a long time after.
Okay.
Then
so they removed, were they able to have clean margins? Did the surgeons say that the margins were clean? That he was able to remove?
The margin is what, sorry?
The margin is the area outside the mass that's non-cancerous.
Ouais, mais du coup, ils ont tout cleané.
No.
They didn't manage to remove everything.
Yes.
So
it began on the skin, just a little, and now it's like wow, all the left side on the torso and on the back.
On the back.
And under the arm.
So are you doing any treatment on that right now?
No, I made the decision to stop, but I have a problem, which is a very big problem for me. Is that I have I don't know hypercalcemia. It's a lot of calcium in the blood. Who comes from bones and I don't know where from, but I know it comes from bones. And the hypercalcemia is just quieted by chemotherapy. So I don't know what to do. There is only chemotherapy and another product was called pamidronate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just to
lower the calcium in the blood.
Lower the calcium in the blood.
Yeah.
So I tried pamidronate, but sometimes it doesn't work. So I made chemotherapy, but as soon as my calcium level is good, I stop chemotherapy. But I'm very, comment on dit, coincé,
stuck.
Yes, I'm very. It's not
low energy.
No, I have no energy, and it's not my way of thinking. So it makes me in conflict.
Ouais. She's
in inner flight, you know.
In fight, inner fight.
Yeah.
You know, because it's not my way of thinking. So.
Because she wants to stop completely chemo, but she cannot because of the high calcium.
Okay, so what your body is crying out for is harmony. It's crying out for homeostasis or balance. It needs that. The body has an area, but it's systemic. It's basically reflected of the fluids of the body, specifically the interstitial fluids. It started out as probably inflammation of the breast, generally in the ducts of the breast, and this is called inflammatory ductal cell or in situ or carcinoma. A mass is nothing more than an accumulation of cells that have been spoiled either by their environment or by other cells that are breaking down. So the body forms a tumor, much like if you cut yourself, you know, and you're bleeding, the blood forms a clot. Okay.
Sorry,
en gros, quand tu saignes, tu sais, ça va former comme une croûte. Donc ça s'agglomère les cellules. Et ça fait pareil pour la masse. C'est des cellules qui s'agglomèrent.
D'accord. D'accord, ok. Mais c'est plus par rapport
à... so a tumor is like a clot. It's created by the body's clotting factors producing a fiber that forms an encapsulation, a tumor. But the tumor is the solution to the pollution.
En gros, voilà. C'est pour réduire.
Yes, okay.
In other words, the body can't get rid of it. So if you pick at a scab, does it ever heal? If you have a scab and you pick at it, does the body heal if you pick at something or disturb it? Much like if you do surgery or if you do biopsy of the tumor or try to remove it, you disturb that area of the body.
Ok, en fait, c'est si tu enlèves la croûte. En gros, le fait de faire la chimio et d'enlever la tumeur, ça disturbe ça dérange ton corps. Voilà.
Okay.
So in the protocol or the therapeutic recommendations that I suggest, here again would be something you would have to consider as your choice because it's your body and your life. But the focus is not on the cells. It's not on the mass. Okay. It's on the environment.
Okay.
If we can correct the environment, then the body will start healing. Okay. But it can't heal if it can't heal in a polluted environment.
Oui, yes. But even after all chemotherapy, surgery, it could be healed.
Anything that's thinkable is possible. Anything is possible. And I'm not the judge of possibility.
Yes.
You know, of what's possible. I've seen what's possible. And I've seen those who have a great passion and a great heart and a great faith to want to have a whole body again, to be whole again, to feel life force. They want to thrive. And it's not a selfish thing at all. Yes, you have to focus on yourself, but it's also because you want to give more too. And I sense that from who you are. You know, you want to be with your family, you want to be with your children and your grandchildren. I'm sure you probably have grandchildren.
No,
no, not yet.
No.
Okay. Well, that's a possibility, yes. Yeah. So yeah, so it's all a matter of keeping hope, and it's
Yeah.
not false hope, but it's a faith, which is an acronym that stands for First Attribute in Thinking Healthy, to begin the process of restoration, to begin the process of regeneration, but you have to provide a proper environment. Now, to be able to measure that progress, to see how you're doing it. Many times people will do something, they don't understand it completely, but they understand how their body feels because they're living in this body. And so they gauge it by feelings. And that's okay. But we want to do more than just, I feel more energy or I feel better. You know, we want to be able to measure that progress. And of course, since you have toxins that are being thrown out through the skin, causing, you know, skin problems, and you still have that mass there, when that starts changing colors and altering, you know, changing. Yeah, the skin color pigmentation starts altering, and sores start going away, and inflammation is reduced, and you can measure that.
Tu peux voir
So,
la progression comme ça, réduit. Tu l'as déjà vu d'ailleurs?
Oui, j'ai déjà vu. I already saw, yeah.
Sometimes she saw that it's reducing, and she can measure that looking at the wound. Like
the wound has to heal and will heal if the proper environment's there. And you could administer that both internally and externally.
Okay. I asked. Actually, pour le moment, ça, actually, yeah. Actually, I have, you know, like pansement. Every day, nurses who come, who put bandage, and so for me, it's very, very heavy, you know, because my mon quotidien, my daily life is with nurses, with pharmacy, with but and I'm very tired with this, but
yeah,
okay.
Okay, so there's some things you can do. First off, you should have some pH hydrant paper.
Okay.
I'm gonna write it here. I'm gonna put pH.
It's to measure the.
It's pH hydrant testing strips.
Oh, yeah.
For testing urine pH. Okay. Yes. So the reason why you want the pH testing strips is because that's how you're going to measure the interstitial fluids of the body to make sure those are changing. And what you want to do is hyperperfuse or accelerate the amount of alkalinity in the body. Are you okay?
Yeah.
So when you test your urine, you'll actually have a color. The urine reacts to an agent within the paper, and it turns a color.
Yes, yeah. I know. I already used this. Yeah.
Me a long time ago.
A long time ago.
Okay, well, that was long. Now we have to go back to that. Okay. And the color we're looking for is a dark green to blue color.
Okay.
Yeah. So if it doesn't turn, when you urinate, you do this every time you test the urine. Every time that the urine is not dark blue or dark green to dark blue, you take a scoop of this.
We cannot see. Can you lower a little? Okay.
Okay. Power salts. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to write it here. It's called 4 salts. Okay.
4 salts. Okay.
Yeah. So the reason why I have you do this is because it is actually the perfect combination of electrolytes or minerals that the body is constantly producing to manage its delicate pH balance, to manage homeostasis. So this is very important that you saturate your internal fluids with salts, and not sea salt. You can take sea salt, you can use sea salt, but a compound called sodium and 2 compounds, sodium and potassium bicarbonate.
Okay. This
the
is
stomach, yeah, so it has 2 compounds of sodium and potassium.
Okay.
And it's in the form of bicarbonate. So it's NaHCO3 and KHCO3. There's 2 other NaHCO3. Yeah. So you want to do this because if you do it, you're going to start feeling better.
Okay.
Okay. It's very simple. I mean, even if you could ask your doctor, this is more invasive, and I'm not giving you medical advice here. I'm just saying that your doctor could approve an IV where they put the sodium bicarbonate into your bloodstream.
They what? Sorry?
Yeah, so
sorry, we just lost you.
Yeah, so your medical doctor could administer
administer
an IV of 50 to 75 mgs of
50-75 mg
of sodium bicarbonate.
De sodium bicarbonate.
Sodium, only sodium, pas potassium? No.
Bicarbonate? No. Il y a du sodium bicarbonate.
It's,
yeah, in a 0.9%.
0.9%.
Saline solution. He'll know it. He'll know what that means. But I'm not recommending this. What I'm suggesting is you could talk to your doctor to see if they would be willing to administer an IV for you on a daily basis.
Every day or
every day?
Yeah, you could start out every other day, but if, because that's a lot, that's a big commitment. But if the doctor can write the prescription, and then the nurse could come to your home and do it at home.
She's already doing an IV of high dosage of vitamin C.
Yeah, so this is what I'm suggesting. No vitamin C.
Là, j'ai pas de vitamine C.
Okay.
Okay. Why? Because it's an acid. we don't need to put more acid into the body. So we switch. Yeah, you switch vitamin C to sodium bicarbonate.
Il dit de changer la vitamine C avec le sodium bicarbonate.
Yes, But the problem is I don't understand because my doctor, my
my treatment,
my medical doctor always tells me vitamin C is very acid, but not in the body.
Well, he would have to show me the biochemistry on that, but what he's saying, let me interpret, okay? I'm not here to teach your doctor what he doesn't know, but I can share with you that vitamin C is a poison. It's an acid, and it's one of the major contributing factors. Citric acid is one of the major contributing factors for causing cancer. Now, the bottom line is will vitamin C as an acid break up sclerotic plaque and help improve circulation? Yes. But right now, that's not our major concern. The major concern is to raise the pH. So after your IVs, you could actually test your urine. You'll find out that the urine is highly acidic. Okay?
Ton urine sera très acide quand tu vas tester.
Ah, okay.
But vitamin C is less toxic than, let's say, cisplatin, okay, which is a chemotherapy.
C'est beaucoup moins agressif que la chimiothérapie.
Oui,
la vitamine C.
Okay.
So I understand why he's giving it, but it's my professional opinion that vitamin C should never be used in a cancer condition.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you're constipated, you can use vitamin C orally to help break up. See, because vitamin C is an acid, it'll break up congestion. That's what it's for.
Okay.
So the idea of taking vitamin C will break up the tumor. You don't want to break up the tumor.
C'est pour casser la tumeur. Il dit tu veux pas casser la tumeur.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you don't. The tumor, you want it to heal. You want it to encapsulate. You want it to crystallize. You want it to break down on its own. It can do that if you just leave it alone. Quit picking at it.
Okay. Okay.
You just,
it will be a few
vitamin C, chemotherapy.
To have a prescription.
You got
you cannot,
vitamin C. Everybody's picking at your tumor. It can't heal.
Yes.
On peut pas guérir si tu fais que de la.
Ouais.
But it's you cannot give prescription on your own for IV because
no,
our doctor.
I cannot give prescription. No.
Okay, because our doctor is giving her IV of vitamin C. I don't think he's gonna be able to switch to.
Well, maybe I can.
We can ask, but do you know some doctors that do this kind of prescription or not?
In France.
In France.
Yeah, his name is Simocini.
In France? In Italy?
In Italy, Simocini. I haven't talked to him for a little bit, but he gives sodium bicarbonate IVs. He's a medical doctor. He's an oncologist.
Okay.
But he's not in France. He's in Italy.
Yeah.
You think what?
All you can do is ask.
Yeah, can you send us his name, please?
Oh, Simocini? Okay.
Thank you.
So his spelled Simon. I hope I get this right. Simocini. Simoncini. Simoncini. Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Simocini. Anyway, you can look him up.
Yeah.
Look, Betty.
Yeah.
That's the name of my sister. So, so I'm talking to you like you're my sister.
Okay.
Okay? How old are you?
I'm 60 years old.
Yeah, I lost one of my sisters at 64 to breast cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she didn't want to be treated. She just said, "Hey, I've lived my life, and if it's my time to go," she went. I didn't like that attitude, but no, it wasn't a good thing. But my sister Betty had cancer, and she's still living, and she's doing well. So you've got to find ways to provide harmony and peace and stop the warring on your body cells. You know, in other words, stop the war.
La paix.
You know.
Arrêter pour que des cellules elles guérissent, d'arrêter la guerre qui se passe.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know, I'm happy to talk to your doctor about this.
Yes.
If he's open to that, I can talk to him and give him some ideas, because he's going to have to be the one to agree to something like this. But let's just put that aside for now. You still can do this orally, and I don't know if you do implants at all. You know what I mean? French are famous for suppositories, right?
Pour les suppositoires.
Ah oui.
Yeah. So you just have to do a sodium bicarbonate suppository. So what you do is you take a scoop of this.
Yeah.
Okay. You put it in water, right?
Yeah.
Mix in a little bit of water, and then you put that into a case, so you can insert it anally into the rectum.
Comme ça, tu peux faire un suppositoire.
Avec
une petite. Il a dit OK, c'est genre comme une case, je pense, une petite boîte, ouais. Mais qui, je pense, sont à l'intérieur. Oui,
okay. En fait, ça
tu
existe.
Connais? Okay, ouais.
Mais yes, okay. But I mix it with water.
Yeah, with distilled water. Yeah, deionized water. So it's electrically neutral. There's another way to do it is you can mix it in water, or you can mix it in coconut oil.
Yes, okay. Very nice. Yes, I know. Yes.
Okay, so you can mix it with coconut oil, and then you put it in the freezer.
Yes.
Okay.
And you solidify the coconut oil, and then you take it out and you insert the cubes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But because I don't understand one thing, the flower cells, it's the same than 50 to 75.
Non, ça c'est un IV. Ça c'est l'IV.
Ah.
Et ça, c'est ce que tu mettrais en suppositoire.
Yeah.
Donc, c'est pour te dire que tu as deux solutions. S'il ne veut pas faire l'IV, c'est le suppositoire ou oral. Et sinon, en IV, c'est peut-être plus efficace.
Mais parce que les sels, the salts, it's potassium and sodium.
Oui. The four salts are potassium and sodium.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can put other things with it. You can add castor oil with it.
Castor oil.
Yeah, you can do black seed oil. Are you familiar with black seed oil?
Yes.
That you can take orally.
Yeah.
The cumin in black seed oil is anti-carcinogenic. There's over 1,000 articles on black seed oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna write that black seed oil, and I'd like to suggest to take 1 tablespoon 2 to 3 times a day. Yeah, so you can use oils like flax oil, but black seed oil is high in curcumin, and it's very, very curcumin. It's very, very anti-carcinogenic.
Yeah.
So that is something that you can read about online. Learn more about black seed. But you can also do implants with that. So the idea here, or the therapeutic approach, is to change the environment, not to treat the cancerous condition. And you have to monitor your pH of your urine. You have to increase that pH up to an 8.4.
0.4, ah ouais.
8.4.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So you need to increase that, and you need to keep it up there.
Okay.
And then you increase your hydration, so you can put in water and sip on it throughout the day. You want to take it multiple times, but always take it first thing in the morning, 1 scoop of 4 salts in the morning, and 1 scoop before you go to bed.
Une cuillère de 4 salt in the morning et une cuillère avant d'aller te coucher.
Ok.
Le premier truc que tu fais et le
Ah
dernier
oui,
truc que
oui,
tu fais.
c'est vrai, j'avais vu sur. Yes, I saw on your website.
Yeah. There's a city in France called by the name of Montmorillon.
How do you say?
Montmorillon.
Montmorillon, je ne sais pas.
C'est une ville.
Non, mais je ne connais pas. We don't know this
Lyon?
city.
Non,
Non, non, non.
Yeah, they there you can find a green clay. It's a smectite clay in Montmorillon.
Montmorillon. Ah, yes, of course.
Yeah.
I have.
Hang
Yes.
on just 1 minute, okay?
Yes.
Du coup, t'as
Montmorillonite. Montmorillon.
Okay. C'est trop marrant qu'il disparaît dans le...
Ouais. Montmorillon. De toute façon, il va tout nous envoyer.
Je sais pas. Ouais.
Et tout est enregistré.
Oui, c'est surtout ça. Et puis on pourra reprendre les... Mais c'est intéressant qu'ils disent de ne pas guérir, de ne pas essayer de casser
carrément.
L'agglomération de cellules.
Ouais.
Yeah, so you can use the green clay, the Montmorillon. It's called Montmorillonite. You can use that clay orally. You can put it in water and drink it. You can also use it as a compress on the the breast.
Okay.
If you don't want to put anything on there, that's okay too. It's actually better to spray salt on it.
It's better to.
I'm sorry, what?
Attends, sorry, we lost you. We lost you with the connection. It's better to what on the wounds?
Yeah, I would suggest gauze saturated in castor oil, and then put that gauze onto the breast of the castor oil.
Okay.
And then what you want to do is then cover it with a cloth, you know.
Cloth.
And then leave that on it. Let the castor oil provide some healing.
Okay. En fait,
Non.
So they're called castor oil packs.
Castor oil packs. C'est un tissu. Tu mets les gaz avec le castor oil et après un tissu.
Castor oil, c'est quoi déjà?
C'est l'huile de.
So you can take it orally, but you can also use it on the skin itself.
Okay.
Ah
oui, voilà.
There's also a spray salt from the Great Salt Lake that's a 30% solution of saline that you can spray on the skin too.
Carrément, un spray de sel à sprayer directement sur la peau.
Ah, parce qu'en fait, j'ai un bidon entier d'eau salée. C'est bien.
Oui, mais...
Mineralis qui vient d'Espagne. Yes, ok. C'est beaucoup là. C'est beaucoup.
Have you had any blood tests done lately?
Yes.
What is your blood counts?
Blood. Attends, we're gonna check.
C'est quoi qui veut savoir?
Je sais pas.
Alors, ça va être un peu long.
Ah ouais?
Bah
pourquoi?
Ouais, parce que laboratoire, il faut que j'aille chercher.
Et c'est quoi? What is blood counts? It's like the
blood counts is like what is your red blood cell count? What is your hemoglobin?
Okay. Ah, blood counts. Ok, en fait le nombre de cellules, cellules, tu sais, genre comment ça s'appelle?
Les rouges ou les
voilà,
blancs?
Les rouges, il a demandé. Je pense que les blanches aussi, c'est toutes.
Ok.
Every count. Ah, ok, tu l'as mis.
Sorry.
T'inquiète.
Quoi, tu te fous de moi?
Non, pas du tout. T'es trop mignonne.
Tac. Et mon code, c'est quoi?
Je sais pas, tu veux que je regarde dans ton carnet?
Je pense que c'est Fanny avec un majuscule IE12. Merde, c'est pas ça.
C'est sur quoi? C'est quel site, maman?
Labo Sud.
Et Labo Sud, il est où?
Unibio. Cherche Unibio.
Ah, ok. Alors, c'est Fanny F1 2N, enfin avec F majuscule A 2NIE 1, 2, 3.
Ah, c'est 1, 2, 3. Ok. Sorry.
That's right.
Voilà. Ça marche pas.
T'es sûr?
Tu mets mon mail?
Ouais.
Well, let me explain while you're looking is that the purpose of looking at blood counts is to determine not just the number of red blood cells and a molecule that's inside it, which is called hemoglobin, but also there's some information there that gives us on the blood count numbers, it gives us information about the anatomy of those cells, the health of those cells.
C'est sur l'anatomie.
Ah, ok.
Yeah. For example, to actually see the.
We can see.
Oui, mais lui, il sait parce qu'il voit la même chose.
Ah ouais.
Oui. Yeah. Mais c'est ce qu'on a vu dans le
film.
Oui. Tu sais.
Let's see if I can get that right here. There you go.
Ok. Alors moi, je sais pas s'il va avoir grand chose.
You see, looking at red blood cells and their quality is really important.
Regarder leur qualité, c'est très important.
Okay. But I've been looking at red blood cells and cells, age and they break down. And we want to strengthen your red blood cells, not just in number, but also in quality. Quality, not just quantity, but quality. So one of the things that I've found, in my research, and especially working with professional athletes, that we can improve the quality and the quantity of the blood, and that makes them not only healthier, it makes them stronger, and it helps them to oxygenate better. And so there's one molecule that's very, very important for helping you or helping anyone for that matter. And it's called the chlorophyll molecule.
Chlorophyll.
Okay, and chlorophyll is a blood builder. And it was when blood's not available, or when it wasn't available in World War II, they actually used it, chlorophyll, to infuse into the blood stream, the vascular system, to help restore and build blood. So chlorophyll is identical to hemoglobin other than the center atom. And so to help my patients with their blood, because when you're doing chemotherapy, your blood counts go down.
Yeah.
You have blood counts if you want.
Comment on peut faire? Je sais pas si
non, je pense qu'il verra pas. So what are we looking at? For hemoglobin is 9.3.
Okay, stop there. So the hemoglobin, this is why you're so tired.
C'est pour ça que tu es aussi fatigué.
You know what? Do you know what number it should be at? It'll tell you there. It says it should be up around 15.
Yes, 11 to 17.
Yeah. Well, the athletes that I coach, we try to keep it up around 17 or 18.
Ouais, ils essaient de le garder à 17 ou 18, alors que toi t'es à 9.
Ah oui,
So you have half the amount of hemoglobin that your body needs. So how can I naturally increase my blood counts and my hemoglobin without a blood transfusion?
She already has several blood.
I had a lot.
She had
Hang on just 1 minute, okay? Hang on.
Yeah.
En gros, là, il te dit comment naturellement tu peux augmenter sans avoir un blood transfusion.
Ah.
Voilà.
La chlorophylle.
Ouais, mais toi, c'est bien parce que tu comprends rien, tu fais tu comprends pas ce qu'il dit.
Si,
tu comprends presque tout.
Pratiquement. Enfin, pas tout. Mais...
Tu me dis si tu comprends.
Non, ça va. Bon, bah, c'est bien, je comprends pourquoi il n'est pas arrivé là.
La vitamine C, tu penses? Tu veux essayer autre chose? Tu sens que ça te fait pas?
Ouais, parce que ça me fait pas de bien.
Ou tu sens que ça pourrait plus se faire?
Entre la chlorophylle,
tous les sels. Et castor oil, c'est l'huile d'olive.
C'est dégueulasse. J'en ai déjà bu. Hein.
Non, mais c'est pas à boire, ça à mettre sur la plaie.
Les deux.
Il t'a pas dit boire, hein? Au final, il t'a dit que c'était mieux la black seed oil à boire. Ah. Il a dit soit l'un soit l'autre, mais si t'aimes pas, tu peux boire black seed.
Oui. Mon cumin noir, c'est pas bon non plus. J'en ai déjà goûté.
Ah, un goût?
Ouais, ça va.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I need you to get some of this.
Ah, chlorophylle, ouais. Okay.
Chlorophyll. And so it's iJuice chlorophyll.
C'est iJuice chlorophyll.
Okay.
Yeah, and you get it at here.
Okay. No, we saw on your website.
Did I send you a list?
No, we saw it online.
Ben, c'est bien si.
Yeah.
Yes,
please send us a list. Sorry.
All right. So you have water. That water should be alkaline. So you should have alkaline water at a pH of 10. And ideally, it should be at 11 pH.
Avec un pH de 10, mais 10 ou 11, ce serait mieux.
Ah ouais, mais où est-ce que je trouve ça?
And do you know where we find like alkaline water? On your site we can find or no?
Well, you can make it.
Ah, okay.
Kind of like you make coffee or tea, but don't drink the coffee or tea because that's not good for you.
Okay.
She cannot drink tea.
She can have red clover tea, peppermint tea, ginger tea, turmeric tea.
Ah oui, c'est des tisanes.
Turmeric, like all the tisanes. Turmeric.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, okay, peppermint.
Essiac tea. I'm just but not black tea.
Not black
not
tea.
coffee. You know.
Green tea, no.
No green tea.
Okay.
Yeah, but red clover, did I say red clover tea?
Ah oui, c'est les clous de girofle, non?
Ah oui, peut-être.
Oui, ok.
Okay, find the best for you, I'm going to write it down here, would be iJuice ginger.
Non, c'est pas ça.
Ah, ginger.
Turmeric tea.
Okay.
And that's from the juice of the ginger and the turmeric.
Okay.
So you just add it to warm water, and you make ginger turmeric tea. You can also have lemon or lime tea.
Okay.
But no coffee.
Okay. She doesn't drink coffee.
Or black tea.
Okay.
Or alcohol.
No, she doesn't drink alcohol.
Okay.
No, alcohol.
Some people would say, Betty, you're no fun.
Que tes personnes diraient. Certaines personnes diraient qu'elle est folle.
Yes, I'm not.
No, you're too smart for everybody. Okay.
And what about water to have pH of 10 or 11?
Yeah, I would recommend an ionizer. It's called the Innerlight Blue water ionizing system.
Un truc qui ionise ton.
Ouais, okay.
Or the Watermark 1 ionizer. That's a non-electric. You don't have to plug it in. The other one you have to plug in. Okay. Yeah. So you take that pH water. You can drink all of that you want. I'm right now developing a way to use plasma. This right here may help you quite a bit with your energy, but this is a capacitor that's made out of pure crystal.
Oh, yes.
Pure crystal. Okay. In the shape of a tetrahedron.
Yes, okay? It's very incredible. This.
Yes, but it emits life force energy. And you we wear it to your heart chakra.
Okay.
So here, okay. Yeah. So and we know that the chakras exist because we've taken live pictures of them using photon interference photography. So this is not pseudoscience. I mean, we've seen the vortexes of these opening and closing. You know, they look like little hurricanes. You know, and then they close and then they open up. But yeah, so the vortex is or centers, life force energy centers to receive energy or to give out energy. The heart chakra in many people, unfortunately, is closed, but you can open that up. But to protect yourself from electromagnetic frequencies, particularly those ranging from 900 megahertz to 2.4 megahertz, which is associated with 5G, but 4G is 2.4 megahertz, or between 900 megahertz up to 2.4 gigahertz. With 5G, it can go clear up to 30 gigahertz.
T'as pas un truc pour protéger des ondes déjà?
See, I have one, but it's not quite the same.
Yeah.
She has already something to protect from the 4G and the.
Yes, ouais, mais c'est pas du tout la même chose. It's not the
yeah,
same.
But if you have
I have this, but it's not really. It's not really.
Yeah, I see. It looks like a stone of natural material. We use crystals. It may have crystals in it. I mean, it may be a sandstone. It may have some crystal elements in it. But we use crystals to help resonate the frequency of the
universe.
The resonance of the crystal picks up your own body frequency, and they synchronize.
Yeah.
So there's a harmonic resonance, and it protects you against outside electromagnetic pollution, which is one of the number one causes of sickness and disease. A lot of people don't know this, is that microwaves that they have in their home operate at the same frequency as at 2.4 gigahertz. Not gigahertz, but 2.4 gigahertz. Yeah. So that was correct.
La 5G et la 4G, c'est ça, la Hertz. Et que, en gros, toi, tu résonnes avec l'environnement qui est autour de toi. Donc, si tu vois.
So when you're exposed to that, it's like, you're being microwaved. It's like being in the microwave.
Okay.
Yes, you have to turn off your Wi-Fi or get rid of it.
Tu dois éteindre ta Wi-Fi ou t'en débarrasser.
Ah ouais, je l'étends.
She does turn it off every night.
Oh, good. Okay. You can also
And
look at fiber optics to replace Wi-Fi with fiber optics.
She will to remplace avec la fibre. She will like in very soon. I don't know.
In 1 week, I have fiber.
Avec le Covid, je sais pas. Mais...
Normally, in 1 week, I have.
She will have
c'est la fibre.
Oui, oui.
Ah ouais, ok.
Optical fiber, c'est la fibre optique.
The world needs to turn off Wi-Fi completely. Yeah, and go to fiber optics. Yeah.
Se débarrasser de la Wi-Fi. Ah, mais attends. When you say optical fiber, it's the Wi-Fi also, no?
Oui, it's
fiber optics is a plug-in. It's not Wi-Fi.
Ah, ok. En fait, t'as raison. Il parle du truc pour brancher.
It's a cable connection, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
And where can we buy
le crystal, the crystal?
Oh, the sympathetic SRT technology. You can write me about it because they're individually made and individually registered.
Yes.
So they're specific to you. You don't share these with other people.
Yeah. Okay.
It's expensive.
But what you do is you take it out. You take it out. Okay. You take it this way, and then you set it on the product.
Ah, yes. Okay.
And so what happens is the product will, and the crystal, they'll resonate.
Yes.
And actually increase the potency and or they call it potentiate the efficacy of the product by adding more photons of light.
En ajoutant plus de photons de lumière.
Okay.
Yeah, it emits photons. In our lab, we have a dark room. And we can see this phenomenon coming from with no outside influences, lead-lined, no outside influences, and it creates its own force. And that's coming from the unified field. Yeah, from the ether. So you can learn more about that if you watch the Thrive On documentary. It's called Thrive 2.
We saw it.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
we saw it. This is why we saw your work and we call you.
Yeah.
And do you have an idea of the price
of the crystal?
In
US dollars, I believe they charge around $1,200 US.
1,200
euros.
It may be 13. It's like buying. They're faceted. It's and they're crystals, and then they're placed in a titanium. So it's a very expensive, time-consuming process to grow these and to cut them and to make them. But they can alkalize your water. They can potentiate your water. They can potentiate your supplements. Even potentiate your food.
C'est pour potentialiser ta nourriture.
So you don't wear it at night. You take it off and set it near you.
Tu mets à côté de toi.
Okay.
Dans la nuit.
Ah oui, okay. Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to just put that down there. There. Okay. So the whole philosophy is to change the internal environment to accelerate the healing. And I'm going to send you right now. I'm going to send you some files. The file that I'm going to send you are on foods that you can eat freely.
Sur la nourriture que tu peux manger.
Okay.
So that's the first file right here that I sent you. The next file that I'm going to send you is a file comprising of foods that you should not eat or eat sparingly.
Okay.
Ideally, for your health, you should have a blender like a Vitamix and be blending all of your food. So if you have a salad, you make a salad, you put olive oil on it or avocado oil or flaxseed oil. You then have different like arugula or spinach or, you know, leafy green vegetable salad. You then put that in a blender and you blend the salad and then you drink it.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, if you like broccoli, you steam the broccoli.
Yeah.
You add salt and oil, and then you put it in the blender and you blend it and you have broccoli soup.
Yeah.
Cauliflower, you take cauliflower, you steam it. Take the cauliflower, put it in the blender, add salt and oils, blend it, and you drink it. So there's very little effort then for your body to try to break down the food because it doesn't do that very well.
C'est pour casser la nourriture. En fait, en gros, c'est moins d'effort parce que vu que c'est liquide, pour casser la nourriture, c'est moins dur pour ton corps.
Ah, okay. Yes, of course. It's quite logic. Yeah.
Okay, do you have any other questions?
No, I don't think so.
I will send you an email with some of my suggestions. Okay. Here again, when I do this, I'm not giving you medical advice, okay? But these are suggestions and recommendations that you can share with your family, your friends, or whoever is advising you, your doctor. And then also, I will send you a copy of this conversation that we have, so you can watch it again, because you're going to love watching you on TV, right? So enjoyable.
I don't think so.
No, I don't have to.
And we don't have a TV, so.
So I want you to think of your condition as not as a cancer condition, but as a condition of acidity that is affecting the cells and that can be healed by not focusing on the cellular breakdown, but focusing on the environment in which that cellular breakdown took place. So this is why alkalizing is so important. This is why it's so important to add nascent oxygen, to drink the right alkaline water, to take salts, to eat high chlorophyll content foods. This is the solution, you know, to reversing any cancerous condition.
Pour renverser n'importe quelle condition cancéreuse.
So I want to thank you for the opportunity to share this with you.
Thank you.
It's so wonderful to meet you, Fanny, and also Betty. And I love the south of France.
When the lockdown is finished, you can come.
And you're in a beautiful place. Make sure you get a lot of vitamin D. You know, there is maybe one other recommendation I could suggest to you, and that is the pH Miracle L-arginine Max. And the reason for that is it has 3 aminos in it, L-arginine, L-ornithine, and L-citrulline, with magnesium chloride, which is an anti-inflammatory. Take a lot of magnesium. Take about 50 milligrams of zinc every day. Magnesium and zinc are the elements to reduce inflammation. Now I don't have the zinc in the 4 South, but the magnesium's there. And I wanted to share one other thing. The reason why you have high calcium in the blood is because you have high acidity. So you've lost some of your bone mass, you've lost some of your muscle mass due to the body's acidic condition. It'll pull elements from other parts of the body to maintain the alkaline design of the internal fluids of the body.
Ils prennent des parties des autres parties du corps. En gros, c'est pour ça. En fait, vu que tu es hyper acide, ils disent que ça prend dans d'autres parties pour faire baisser le pH.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about hypercalcemia. You have to worry about hyperacidity because that's what's causing the increase in calcium. Okay? So I want you to consider taking this 4 to 6 times a day.
Il va t'envoyer un autre truc de 4 à 5 fois par jour.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay, I just about forgot to tell you that, but I'm glad I remembered at the last moment. So anyway, have a wonderful evening for
Yeah,
you.
thank you very much for your time.
And if you need to talk again after you receive this information, feel free to get a hold of me, you know, the way
Yes,
you did before. But I appreciate
thank you.
speaking to you, and
Yes, it's a shared pleasure.
okay. So take care, all the best, and God bless you both, okay?
Take care of you.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.